And of course, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and share our videos in support of our channel. Thanks guys! Much love and appreciation to you! Hi friends! Welcome to the Vittala Temple. Your guide to Peshwami will navigate you through this holy site. Prepare to be amazed by the breathtaking views, intricate craftsmanship of the amazing architectural wonders, and the unexplained mysteries that await. The Vittala Temple was erected over 500 years ago, and to this day it still holds many secrets and mysteries. Rich culture and heritage, as it owns a history of thousands of years to carry off with pride. Kingdoms and kings have changed, but what remained as such is the heritage, giving an ideal about the ancient civilization. One such heritage is the Vittala Temple at Hampi. Renowned for its musical pillars, and the Chariot is a masterpiece in terms of grandeur and architecture. The magnificent temple was built in the 15th century. The large Ranga Mandapa has 56 pillars, commonly known as the Sarigama pillars. These are attributed to the musical notes rising from them. A slight tap on the pillar will produce the sound that is clearly heard. Each pillar offers support to the ceiling. The main pillars are designed with the musical instrumental style. The reason behind the sound is still unknown, but invites the visitor to listen and wonder. Science and belief are two extremities, but places like this, they collide with each other, as there is no proper explanation of the sound from the pillars. The mystery persists. Vittala Temple. This is one of the most important temples found at Hampi, as it marks the highest workmanship, indicating the maturing Vijayanagara phase of architecture. It has a massive enclosure with entrance gateways on 3 sides, with lofty gopuras at north, south, and east. The Vittala Temple is known as Vittala Swara in the inscriptions. The core of the temple was in existence from the times of Devaraya II. However, the later kings added many new architectural edifices within the complex. Apart from the main shrine, the temple in the courtyard has Devi Shrine, Kalyana Mandapa, Utsava Mandapa, 100-pillared Mandapa, and much famed the stone chariot, the Garuda Shrine in the front. A lofty Dipta Stamba about 12.2 meters in front of the East Gopura was in the existence, but now it lies on the ground, broken into pieces. The main temple was dedicated to Vishnu as a Vittula. The temple faces east. The Sadhara temple was Garbhagriha, and on the other axle, Mandapas forms a long and low structural group and compromises the open Mahamandapa and a closed Arthahamandapa with the side porches and a covered Pradeshina Prakara enclosing the Antarala. The Vittala Temple represent the highest watermark at the Vijayanagara style of art and architecture. Vittala is the Krishna aspect of Lord Vishnu. It is one of the largest temples of that period, built under the patronage of Devaraya II. Substantial portions of the present structure were added during Krishna Devaraya's reign. The 100-pillared Mandapa pavilion to the southwest of main temple and the eastern and northern gateways, carved with the depictions of Vishnu and his other forms, are attributed to Krishna Devaraya and his queens. The temple is built on a sculptured ornate plank. The composite pillars of the Sabha Mandapa congregation hall are massive, hewn out of single granite blocks, which are designed as clusters of slender pillars. Some of these, when tapped gently, produce musical notes. To the northern bay of the Sabha Mandapa is the Narishama Mandapa, where a pillar has the sculpture of Yogavarada, Narishima, and various other forms. The stone chariot at the entrance, a reproduction of a professional wooden chariot, is perhaps the most stunning achievement. Typical of the Vijayanagara period, it holds an image of Garuda, the vehicle of Lord Vishnu. The ornate Kalyana Mandapa, marriage hall, Utsava Mandapa, festival hall, and the Devi shrines complete the resemble of the temple complex. Outside the temple to the east is a huge bazaar measuring 945 meters in length and 40 meters in width, leading to a sacred tank known as Loka Pavani. The large Mandapa has symmetrically recessed sides and stands on a highly ornate adhisthana with sculpted friezes of horses and soldiers as well as swans. At regular intervals along the adhisthana, there are ornate miniature Vimana projections with relief sculptures of different forms of Vishnu. The steps to the Mandapa have Hasta elephant balustrade on the east,
but those in the north and south have scroll yalis. A prominent feature of the mandapa is a huge and deep cyma recta cornice with a continuous frieze of the bas-reliefs of deities and other figures. Thick stone rings are at the corners of the holding stone chains, which are now defunct. Fragments of the original decorative parapet of brick and mortar with niches, niche figures, and karnakutas are to be seen. The mandapa contains 56 pillars, each about 3.6 meters high, 40 of which are regularly disposed to form an aisle all around the three sides, while the remaining 16 form a rectangular court in the center. Each pillar is a massive composite sculptural unit. The types of pillars vary according to their position in the mandapa. Most of the pillars along the outer edge are composite in nature, with a large number slender colonnettes forming part of the main pillar. The two pillars at the center of each side are of the yali type. In the interior, most of the pillars on the south side are of the yali type, while those on the north contain various forms of narishama. Some of the inner pillars on the east contain sculptural representation of women, dancers, and drummers. The pillars have heavy pushpa podigai corbels. The ceiling of the mandapa is divided into sections and carved beautifully with lotus motifs. The lotus motifs have been carved intermittently. The center courtyard is now roofless. Remnants of paintings can be seen on the ceiling on the south side of the mandapa. The Devi shrine has an antarala, a closed ardha mandapa, and a maha mandapa. In the Kalyana mandapa of the temples found to the southeast in the complex, it's much ornate than the maha mandapa. It is also an open-pillared mandapa, symmetrically planned with recessed sides, and is similar to the maha mandapa. The Utsavana mandapa, to the northeast of the courtyard, is similar to the Kalyana mandapa. The Garuda shrine at the front is fashioned to form a chariot with meticulous decorations with 4 wheels. It houses an image of Garuda, the Vahana of Vishnu. The chariot is a prototype model of wooden ratha. The brick superstructure was originally found over the chariot, which is now missing due to the vagaries of time.
Hampi Vittala is the only temple in Hampi that possesses a stone chariot in the front courtyard. In fact, it is one of the 3 temples in India that has a stone chariot. The stone chariot is a big attraction at the temple and draws tourists from near and far. The chariot appears like a monolith, but it actually isn't. It's built out of multiple stone slabs, carved and stacked on each other. The links are cleverly hidden. An image of Garuda, complete with wings, stands inside the inner sanctum. The presence of this image confirms the fact that indeed this is a Vishnu temple and not a Shiva one. A stone ladder that stands in front of the shrine was used to climb up and offer worship to Garuda. Carvings on the chariot are carved out of stone. They are intricate and beautiful. In the olden days, they were painted beautiful hues of red, yellow, and green. However, much of the color has been lost to the forces of nature. If you look closely underneath the hood of the chariot, you will see some beautifully colored patterns still visible. You have to look for any areas that has not been affected by sun, wind, and rain, and you will find exquisite colors from centuries ago, over 500 years.
Tripura.